Good morning, my name is Morgan Cote with the Crops and Irrigation branch with the Ministry of Agriculture. I'm an irrigation agrologist and I'm here to talk to you about our hemp study. So this is Hemp SFP project, which is a strategic field program. And this is the hemp seeding date demonstration for grain production. And so this project demonstrates different seeding dates for 3 different conventional hemp seeds. And this is just to show the producers the ideal time for Saskatchewan agriculture. And we have this going on in various Saskatchewan locations, which is Outlook, Scott, Melfort, and Indian Head. This demonstration will provide producers with data for different hemp varieties in a wide range of seeding dates in Saskatchewan. Hemp is a newer crop in Saskatchewan and has a high value, worth around 75 cents to 90 cents a pound, and has good potential yields in Saskatchewan, averaging 660 or 1,070 pounds per acre. Discovering optimum seeding dates for higher value crops will encourage local growth in the conventional hemp industry and will help ensure new growers access to information that will contribute to their success. Having regional seeding data and a variety of recommendations would increase acres of the crop in Saskatchewan and would provide value-added opportunities and a higher gross return per acre. Having different crops in your rotation is important for managing disease and pest problems and provides economical benefits to producers. With increased pathogens associated with major crops currently grown, fusarium in wheat, clubroot in canola, increasing economic crops in rotations are becoming important. Demonstrating the high potential return of this crop and how currently registered varieties perform will help producers decide if they want to include this crop in their rotation. Demonstrating the wide effective seeding day window of this crop will also show producers how growing hemp can help with your time management in the spring. So this is a 3-year project, and the way that the project is designed is it's a randomized replicated small plot. And so we have 3 different varieties here, which is Piccolo, Catani, and X59, which are high-yielding dwarf varieties that are going to do really well in Saskatchewan. There's 3 seeding dates, which was end of May, middle of June, and beginning of July. And so right now we're standing here at Outlook, which is our only irrigated site for this project. Melfort, Scott, and Indian Head were all dry land and not irrigated. So what we were trying to get here, plot row spacing and target population, was 100 to 125 plants per meter squared. Fertilizer was applied in sideband just to reduce the risk of seed injury, and then the rates were dependent on the specific soil they were planted on. Plant vigor was visually assessed for each treatment 2 to 3 weeks after planting. Plant heights was measured prior to harvest, and days to maturity was evaluated for each variety and seeding date. Plots were directly combined depending upon the maturity of each variety, and seeding dates. Yields were determined from the cleaned harvested grain samples and corrected to the required moisture content. So this is our 2nd year of the study. In 2021, our first year, the growing conditions were extremely hot and dry, which ultimately affected the plant height and vigor and establishment at all sites. In particular, the early July seeded plots did not establish at one site due to little to no rain in June or July. At Outlook, even with the season-long irrigation, had height variation due to the extreme heat. Seeding dates had a significant effect on yield at all sites, with mid-June being the one with the highest yield. Outlook had the highest yield among all 4 sites, followed by Indian Head. Due to poor growing conditions and lack of moisture, Melfort ended up with the lowest yield. Varieties had a significant effect on yield at Melfort and Scott, yield slightly varying among varieties, from Piccolo being the smallest to Catani, and X59 had the highest amount of yield. Interaction between different seeding dates and variety wasn't significant at any of the sites. In Canada, hemp was outlawed in 1937 under the Narcotics Control Act. However, hemp varieties with low THC levels have been since developed, and in March of 1998, the ban was lifted, permitting the production of hemp under license. So since then, hemp has been grown in Canada, and the fiber has been used for rope and clothing and sail, and the seed was crushed for oil, food, and feed. So hopefully in year 2, which we're in now, and year 3 of this project, we will get more significant data from seeding dates and different varieties so that the Saskatchewan farmer can grow hemp a lot better. And to end this off, I just want to say thank you to the Provincial CAP program for funding for this SFP project, and also the research teams at Melfort, Scott, Outlook, and Indian Head.